This is the weekly overview for week 2 of EDUA 558 Financial Resources for Concordia University, Summer 2019. This week, our topics include California's financial history and education, adequacy versus equality. So we will have discussion about adequacy versus equity, changing demographics of California, and the state financial crisis. Our learning outcomes are identify historical, demographic, social, political, and economic trends that impact school finance, identify and explain the legal issues impacting school finance, create a plan representing the scope of school finance, including financial management strategies, school district revenues and expenditures, and budgeting and fiscal documentation for a school or district. This week's readings also include viewing some videos. First, chapters 3 and 4 in School Finance, a California School Perspective and Workbook. The materials on CD, self-test chapters 3 and 4. The West Ed article From Equity to Adequacy. To access that, click on the link. California's new school funding flexibility, 7 and 8. And the Legislative Analyst's Overview of California's Financial Outlook, 2014 to 15 budget. And that's a webinar. So you can view that from here. You may need to do a little bit up here to access the webinar. This week there's a learning module. We'll be covering California's fiscal history and education. To access that, simply press play. And there are 2 discussion questions. The first is about the changing demographics of California. California has had an increasing percentage of students representing ethnic minorities. What implications does this fact have for California school finance? Support your response with specific facts. And then the second discussion board question. Calculating a district's unduplicated count. Go to the CDE website and review how a district's unduplicated count is calculated. Do that by clicking here. Is this an equitable way to look at funding for schools? Here is this week's optional Christian message. A reminder of your assignments. Assignment number 1, the first one, the current school site budget presentation, will be due on Sunday the 26th of May, and you'll have a presentation on the 23rd, which will be our live virtual meeting on Thursday. There's a nice summary of your week 2 tasks in the gray box. As always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to contact me by email, phone call, or text.